Perfect.
Deeper and deeper inside you, my love grows.
Perfect.
Deep, so deep. You keep the love that flows from me. But this
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Of course, you already know I'm Jaye the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to everybody that like those instrumentals, because you know there'll be some people that will try to hate. But how can you hate on greatness? And the fact that I do a very good job of picking them, you know. Y'all gotta let the hate go. But shout out to everybody that likes this. Man, I look very hard for those, and I'm meticulously go through the crates in order to find something that people like. You know, they say cut the beat back on. Well, you know, some people say they don't like. They don't like that instrumental. That's what they said. You know what I'm saying? They say they don't like the instrumentals. I had one jackass said that one. I just think he was hurt by the topic. And I think he was hurt. Shout out to everybody that's here. Oh yeah, I want y'all to know that I did record a podcast for today. The reason why the podcast didn't go up is because of an issue with Anchor. They was down today. Anchor was down. So I couldn't post it, but I'll post it tomorrow. You know? But shout out to everybody that's here. Salute to everybody. Y'all like them too. That's why I keep playing them. Almost in loops. Listen, if y'all are hurt about the topic, send me an email. You know, you don't have to go nuts in the comment section, you know, showing your hurt. Let me know what's hurting you, and I will be able to communicate whether or not we can fix that hurt. We will be able to fix that hurt. But we can't, under any circumstances, fix hurt through chat rooms and comment sections. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you're in your feelings, listen, we can talk it out, you know, like adults. Like adults. You know what I'm saying? We can do it like adults. But shout out to everybody that's here. But yeah, at least tell me if you're hurt. Like if you're, because I know I may hurt somebody's feelings on this topic about T.I. and what he said, and we're gonna listen to what he's saying, so y'all can get the gist of what I'm talking about. You know, you get the gist of what I'm talking about. But let's see who's here. iFans, I'm him, Jamid, Douglas, True, Michael D, Allen, Ednice, Chagozi, Amani, Gerald, Nia, Daisy. Let's see, David, the real Jason C, TNBN, Coolest Rarest Things, Ramir, Eric, Rose Gold, Stop, what is it? Stop Boof. Jane, Nick, Ben, Bendy, Charm, Kiana, Essence, Gerald, It's Me, Lisa, M. Weezy. Make sure y'all like the stream too. Steven. Trying to make sure I have everybody. AJ, Ricky E, Bobby, Mr. P. It's another late stream. George, Geek for Sciences. Edna. Jay, I guess that counts you out, brother. I guess I'm counted out. Well, he's not necessarily talking about rappers. He's talking about men, basically men with options. And because he is a rapper and he's a guy with options, he would be put in that category. So I don't think it's just to the famous guys. I think he's also talking about guys who just can get a lot of women. There's a lot of broke dudes that can get women. They're not rich. There's a lot of broke males who got a lot of women out here. And he was talking about how, and we're going to get to in the video, he was talking about how women can sense when a man can, is sleeping with a bunch of different women. And we're going to get into it. Denitza, what's up? And it's Jay, not with a K. Oh shit! Make sure y'all like the stream. But like I said, the podcast is gonna be up tomorrow. And I went in, I had to address these blue pill males, these Biden supporters. By the way, hopefully everybody is gonna have a very good Thanksgiving if you are celebrating it. Tomorrow I may do a live stream tomorrow. I don't know. I want to take the day off, so I'm gonna try to get some recording done while I'm live and put some videos up and tomorrow. But I may not go live tomorrow. But if I do, by chance I do, I will do a live stream on the updated political situation. They had the first hearing. I was waiting for that. I wasn't gonna do any more videos or live streams on that until we had a hearing, because all we've been hearing about is hearing, affidavits, court. I may do a political live stream tomorrow. Just depends on how I'm feeling. I may not do anything content wise, but I want to get this stream done so I at least have this done going into tomorrow. But again, make sure y'all like the stream. Hopefully y'all are having a good Thanksgiving Eve. Y'all got time. Now, if you're at work, you got time off work. Eating good. Hold on, Now, I had somebody contact me. And say that they were having a tough time super chatting me. If y'all are having a tough time super chatting me, all you have to do is go to PayPal, go to Cash App, and you can donate to me there. If you're having a tough time, donate through the super chat link. I don't know what's going on. Notifications are definitely not going out for the live shows. Well, that's fine. We still gonna rock. Shout out to D-Rock Den with the super chat. Shout out to Ricky E245. Women only want men who other women find attractive, bro. Yeah, that's true. And it's not even really physical. You got a lot of guys out there that would be considered not attractive, that still get a lot of women. I know them. I know dudes who are considered short, dudes that weren't considered the most attractive by women, but they always had women. They always were able to get women, and women can sense when guys can get other women. Why do you think so many married men have so many side chicks or women trying to come at them? Because there are women out there, and I've said this over and over and over. There are women out there that are attracted to married men. They are attracted to married men. Yes, they are. And married men be getting a whole lot of attention. They could be considered lame. His wife probably was one of a handful of women he's ever really been with like that. But because he's married, his value is higher in the eyes of your average female, your average modern day female. That's just the reality. Because of the fact that he's married, he's going to be perceived as a guy who's willing to get married. He's going to seem a guy who's stable, a guy who has a lot to lose. And there are women who are attracted to that. Because there are women out here who do not want to be girlfriends. They do not want to be wives. They would rather be a side chick. Especially a lot of your modern day females. They would rather be side chicks than be somebody's wife or girlfriend. They're more comfortable. They're more comfortable being single and sleeping with the same guy for 10 years without even having a relationship with the guy. But she's sleeping with him while he's in and out of relationships. Okay, let's get to this video. Let's see what T.I. has to say in this situation.
The women out there who say they want a man who ain't got no bitches, them women don't really want a man who ain't got no bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Like, for real, bro. Like, just think about a man who ain't got no bitches and that energy and how that is and how that feels and what it look like.
Think about that time.
That's what attract you to that nigga, because he had bitches, that energy, that misogyny you speak so poorly of.
See, even T.I. knows that when you have women talking about they don't like a man who is toxically masculine. They don't like a guy who's a misogynist. That's BS. I even saw an article where there were a poll that there were a lot of women who consider themselves feminists who were more attractive to men who are more conservative or men who are a bit more misogynistic than the average guy. They were more attracted to that guy. Because as quietly as it is kept from a lot of you simps, they don't like the quiet, nice guy. They don't. Don't let them fool you. You got, just like the women going into the gaming community, they want to act like they like guys that are gamers and nerds. That's BS. Okay? Now you got some girls that do like guys that are more on the nerdy side, more into gaming and things of that nature. That's because that is what they're into. So they may like somebody who has the same interests as them. But when you see all these women that used to laugh at guys that were into, trading cards, that were into video games, nerd stuff, now all of a sudden talking about they like nerds, they walking around with Thrasher shirts on and wearing Vans and Skechers. They're just trying to fit in because nerd culture is popular. So don't believe these chicks like that. They still like the same dudes they always been with. Them same dusty, lame. I call lame because they ain't doing nothing in life. They still like the same guys that are out here creating children with women they don't want to be with. And ain't even trying to do nothing in life. In and out of jail. But then they will get on social media and try to act like they're into a different type of guy. A guy who's all about monogamy. And who doesn't have a lot of women. trying to get with them. Even though I have heard from women themselves that say that they don't want a guy that other women don't want. And I think the majority of modern women feel that way.
Yes, sir.
That shit provides a vibe that you are obviously attracted to.
A sense of comfort.
It put out pheromones.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Absolutely.
And them pheromones cause you to be attracted. And I'm not saying that it's right to be this way or wrong to be this way. I'm just saying it's a fact that it is this way.
It is that way.
I'm not trying to excuse, merely explaining to you.
You make a valid point, my
I
brother.
mean, like, for real, because I've seen all too many times a woman get a man and she's attracted to this man because, he's a popular guy and he has options. Don't nobody want nobody with no options.
Mm-hmm.
So he has options. You dig what I'm saying? And she's attracted to him.
Let me say this.
And
though.
her main
Let
thing.
me say this though. T.I. always wants to be the guy that uses big words and seem like he's a philosopher. You got a lot of guys like T.I., man. They want to seem like they're a philosopher, that they're really spitting facts. But he's saying basically what he says in his music and what other rappers say in their music. And they're able to get away with it because they say it in their music anyway. Call the women, bees and hoes. Like, come on, man. Your average everyday guy wouldn't get away with that. They wouldn't. Not saying he's wrong. What I'm saying is, he wants to sound like he's really giving knowledge out here to these guys. And maybe in a way he is. But what T.I. got to understand is you have a lot of people in your industry that uplifts these extra average females who do nothing but push a culture that is detrimental.
Their nature
themselves and
conflicts
everybody
with their
else.
conditioning, and their nature wins every time. Women only like men that are signed off on by other women.
Thanks, man. Yeah, they want men who are definitely co-signed, men who they can say, okay, well, if she wants him, then I guess he's good enough for me, right? And I think that's where a lot of women get messed up in the game because they get with that guy thinking that he's just going to leave all those women alone. In reality, he's not. I mean, a man who is dealing with a bunch of women is not just going to stop dealing with those women to deal with you. And that's the reality, man. They're just not going to stop dealing with all those different women to deal with you. You wanted a guy that has a lot of different women on the side, that has baby mamas. You can't just expect him to just stop everything, stop dealing with them, and just be all about you 100%. It's just not going to work like that. Not nowadays with social media. No, it's just not,
Thing is, I want you to cut off all your options. I want to be your only option. Now, I would like to be your only option. I want you to go to having all the options you want and everything that you can have in the world. And I want you to divert your efforts, energy, love, affection, and attention to only me and be your only option. And he say, you know what? For love, for you, I will. Boom. Collapse all his options.
Hey, I do a joke about
And as soon as he drops all those options, she's going to be bored with him because there's no drama. There's no reason to, get into it with him. There's no reason to gossip to her friends about her relationship problems. Because once a guy stops being who he is to be with you, a lot of women don't like that. They would rather be in a situation where they're dealing with a guy who's cheating or they think is cheating. That's dealing with us, texting other women, that's flirting with other women. They need that constant infusion of drama to make them feel good. And if you're not giving them that, they're going to get bored. And once they get bored, they're out of there.
don't answer this question.
Well, I guess that was it on that. It's about a minute clip
No.
on the Expeditiously podcast. Now, I'm telling you, T.I. did make some good points. He's in the industry. He knows how a lot of these chicks operate, man. He's talked to guys. I've even told y'all, when these females get bored, it don't matter how many women that you got with. They don't really care about that. Once you're not the guy that you was when you first got with her, she's going to look elsewhere for that infusion of drama that she needs. Unfortunately, she's not going to see you as attractive than before, because before then she was trying to tame you. She was trying to cut off your feathers, so to speak. Create you in her own image. And once she has that, she, for the most part, gets bored. She wants something else. She wants another toy. She wants another project. She needs to build up another man. There are women that they like to build men up. This is why you have women that will say, well, I don't want to have to help build a man to get to where he is, because then he's going to leave me. But then they only date men that they are building up. It's almost like they think he's going to fail anyway. So they're saying, well, I'll build him up, but I'll keep him I'll make sure that he doesn't get any farther, And it's too much we building up the wrong things, man. We're building up people for the wrong reasons. We need to build up ourselves. Build up our own self-esteem. If you are a woman that that only wants to date a guy because he has a lot of different women on the side, you have self-esteem issues. You have self-esteem issues within yourself. So you get a self-esteem boost based off of the fact that you're dating a guy that has a lot of options. And because he has a lot of options, you see him as better dating material. But is he better dating material? You got to constantly trying to figure out whether he's dealing with other women, trying to go through his phone, getting into arguments with him because you think he's out dealing with other women. Why would you want to put yourself in that situation? Because I'm telling you right now, there are women, they like that. They like to have something to argue about and something to press the dude on, because they need that excitement in a relationship. And what excitement turns into, it turns into toxic. Turns the relationship toxic, so to speak. You should never want to have drama in your relationships. You should want peace. But a lot of times, when you're dealing with a lot of these modern females, they don't want peace. They want power. And if they have to wrestle it away from you, they will. But once they do have that, they're going to get bored. Then what? Again, if you are a female that's out here dealing with guys based on the fact that they have other women on the side, do you think they're going to just drop all those women to be with you? I'm not saying that you should be with a guy who is considered undesirable, but what is undesirable? Maybe you have guys out here who have strong religious beliefs. Maybe they're choosing to be celibate early in their adult life. Maybe they're not wanting to date. Maybe they have other things that are more important than being in relationships. So maybe they don't have a bunch of women on the side. Are you going to judge without actually getting to know the guy and understanding why he doesn't have much women on the side? No, because you need that constant infusion of drama and beefing. Because a lot of these women live such boring lives, they have to create excitement. You got to create your own excitement. And then you wonder why your relationships continue to fail. A lot of you particular females, a lot of y'all are single because you have delusional standards. You have such delusional standards in yourself. You don't understand that a lot of these guys are not going to just sit around and wait for you to change. They're not going to do it. They're not. And I think women are starting to find that out. No, these guys are not going to wait for you to have your fun. And then once you're over the hill, once you done hit the wall, all of a sudden now you're going to be up in these guys' faces. That's not happening anymore. And a lot of women are finding that out the hard way because for so long they were allowed to do that. Play around and have a bunch of kids by different men. All of a sudden now you want to deal with the nice guy. You want to deal with the guy that don't have a bunch of women on the side. But now, because a lot of dudes are waking up, things are different now. And a lot of them don't like it. They don't like the fact that times have changed. But I think you need to get used to it. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. A lot of things have changed. And you got to understand that before it's too late for you. For you. You need to understand that. Because a lot of men are going to move on regardless and do them. A lot of these guys are going to find happiness. They're not going to be miserable. They're not going to be complaining on social media. They're not going to be seeking advice, even though the dating coaches are eating. There are a lot of guys seeking dating help, but that just shows you a lot of these guys, they desperately want relationships just as much as these women do. But that's fine, right? There are guys that don't care about relationships. There are guys that don't care about marriage, so they don't need advice on dating because they've chosen a path of not seeking to get not wanting to seek validation from being in a relationship. Do some of you understand what's going on in our society politically, how they are aligning to marginalize men to the point to where we have no say-so in society, where the women are in complete control of your government, laws being passed to make it to where it's even worse for you? You know what I'm saying? You look the wrong way. You look the wrong way. It's a problem, you know? But there are guys who are truly aware. They've truly awakened. And they understand that it's just not worth it. And I'm not going to be playing Mr. Cleanup Man. I'm not going to be playing Captain Save-Up. Captain Save-Up. I'm not going to be playing that guy. I have no interest in being that guy. And again, you got guys like T.I. basically saying that you have women out here who are attracted to men that have a tons of other options. And y'all know that is true. A lot of y'all know it's true. I've heard women say they don't want to deal with a guy that doesn't have other women that he deals with on a regular basis. Because they find a guy who doesn't have a bunch of women, they don't even know how he got those women. This dude could be tricking. You know, those women could be ugly. Ugly AF. You know? Yo, you don't know. You just know that he has a bunch of women on the side. But that, I guess that don't matter. He just got to have women on the side, huh? Those women could be busted. Women could be a bunch of single moms, a bunch of desperadas. Because you do got them desperate chicks out here. They'll date anybody. As long as they find you at least a little bit attractive, they'll give you play. So you got to see what kind of women. Does he just have to have women? Or do they have to be attractive women? Are we gonna go down that rabbit hole? Because yeah, dude can say, man, I got a lot of women on the side. What if all those women look like 3s and 4s with a bunch of kids? Ain't really doing nothing in life. Not very attractive. Does that count too? He just have to have women? Oh man, so you know, I mean, is she gonna do thorough research? Is one of these females gonna do thorough research on a guy's dating history to see if he was dating any attractive women or unattractive women? Like, come on, man. A dude can be like, I got all these women, but you don't know what them women look like. You don't know what they look like, man. Listen, a lot of these women need to be with men who are picky about the women that they choose to be with. You should not, of course, you want to be with a guy that you feel like is desirable, right? But if a guy is picky about the women he deals with, and he doesn't have a bunch of women on the side, he may has like this one female that he deals with off and on, maybe an ex here, an ex there. He doesn't have a ton of women on the side. Are you just gonna not be attracted to that? Even though the guy may have the qualities that you like, he just doesn't have enough side pieces for you. Like, there are guys out there that are picky about the women they deal with. They don't deal with a bunch of women at once. A lot of guys can't multitask like that. A lot of guys don't want to put themselves in those type of situations because they know that it could only end badly. It can only end badly if you're dealing with a bunch of chicks at one time, man. A lot of guys can't manage that. That's how they get caught. They in a relationship, but they got side chicks. They don't know how to maintain. These guys aren't as alpha male as they think they are. Because you got guys that, and I said this in the podcast today. I mean, I ain't put the podcast up yet. I'm put it up tomorrow. And you'll probably hear it. You got these guys out here, right? Talk about how much all these women they got, the alpha males, but they can't control their women. These women be disrespectful to them. These women be getting in their faces. These women be challenging their manhood. You have no control over those women whatsoever. So no, you're not an alpha male. Okay? Yeah, you may get a lot of women, but do those women show you any respect or courtesy? No, they do not. You just were able to win them over in a period of time that you were able to get with them, but those women soon woke up and saw you for who you were. You know? But that's just me. That's just me. Shout out to everybody that's here tonight on Thanksgiving Eve. Salute to everybody. All right. Hopefully y'all liking the stream. Let's play this video with T.I. in it again. Run the top.
The women out there who say they want a man who ain't got no bitches. Them women don't really want a man who ain't got no bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Like, for real, bro. Like, just think about a man who ain't got no bitches and that energy and how that is and how that feels and what it look like.
Think about that time.
That's what attract you to that nigga, because he had bitches, that energy, that misogyny you speak so poorly of.
Yes, sir.
That shit provides a vibe that you are obviously attracted to.
A sense of comfort.
It put out pheromones.
Yeah.
You understand
Absolutely.
me? And them pheromones cause you to be attracted. And I'm not saying that it's right to be this way or wrong to be this way. I'm just saying it's a fact that it is this way.
It is that way.
I'm not trying to excuse, merely explaining to you.
You make a valid point, my brother.
I mean, like, for real, because I've seen all too many times a woman get a man and she's attracted to this man because, you know, he's a popular guy and he has options. Don't nobody want nobody with no options. Mm-hmm. So he has options. You dig what I'm saying? And she's attracted to him. And her main thing is, I want you to cut off all your options. Mm-hmm. I want to be your only option. Mm-hmm. Now, I would like to be your only option. I want you to go to having all the options you want and everything that you can have in the world. And I want you to divert your efforts, energy, love, affection, and attention to only me and be your only option. And he say, you know what? For love, for you, I will. Boom. Collapse all his options.
Hey, I do a joke about this. Don't answer this question.
What's up, Wanda? It said T.I. like you always spit knowledge. Yeah, T.I. always look like he's out here speaking knowledge, man. She always making some points, man. I think this is the harsh truth for a lot of you guys, man. There are a lot of you guys that believe that if I just learn this and I just learn that. Now, it could be true. You could get those women. But the thing is, no matter what you do, you cannot change the initial attraction that a woman may have for you. That's why a lot of you guys be frustrated. That's why you're going to these dating coaches. You got to understand, a woman, when she sees you, she's going to know whether she's attracted to you or not. If a woman knows a little bit about you, especially in your city, and they know that you have baby mothers, you have, a bunch of women that you've dealt with. If you got a reputation for being a ladies' man, you're probably going to get more attention from women than your average guy, right? But again, that's off reputation. A lot of these guys get women based off reputation. I'm not saying that you can't meet a woman that you've never met before in your life and you can win her over. I mean, that happens. But usually, something physical about you caught her eye as well. And women can sense whether you've approached women before. That's the one thing about women. They can sense when you're nervous. They can sense timidness a mile away. You can see it in their eyes, right? You can tell if they're getting defensive. But also, the thing is this, it's like women are in a competition with each other, right? They're in a competition to see if they can take you from another woman. This is why, again, you have a lot of these women who get with these married men and they talk about, oh, I didn't know he was married. You didn't see that wedding ring, that tan line on his finger. You've never been to his house. You don't know his last name. You don't know his middle name. Yeah, you've met his mother, but his mother's lying for him. He tell you he got kids, but you ain't met them either. So no, you're not in a relationship with him. You're just one of the side pieces. You're just one. And you ignore the warning signs because you really want to be with that guy. Women are forever in a competition with each other, man. Especially when it comes to a man. Like, let's say you walk into a room. You could be somebody who, may not be a ladies' man, but if they say that you're giving your attention to one out of the three women in the room, those women are going to feel some type of way. And they're going to want to insert themselves in the conversation, especially if that woman is showing you sexual attraction. If she is attracted to you, because all it takes is one. And if that one woman is attracted to you, the other women are going to notice it immediately. And they are then going to try to insert themselves to win you over. It's very easy to get women jealous of each other, especially when you're a guy. That's why I'm not out here trying to date I was thinking about this today. I'm not out here trying to date every woman in the world. All I need is a few bad ones that have been handpicked by me. They have been chosen by me. That rocks with me. That's all I need, Some of these guys are out here trying to screw everything, walking, and they wonder why they're constantly can't get the demons off of them, right? They can't get the demons off of them. These guys are covered in dark energy. because they running up in all these different women and they just can't let go of the demon energy. They're running up in women who are clearly broken. Women who have psychological issues. Women who are basically alcoholics and pill poppers and weed heads. Who have mental issues. And you're running up in these different chicks like that. And you wonder why your life is like quicksand. And you can't get out of it. You wonder why you cannot figure out the answers in your life. Because you are not being picky about the type of women you bring into your life, that you give energy to, that you share space with. You're moving in with these chicks, and these chicks immediately challenging your manhood because they don't respect you. I don't care how much game some of these guys have. If they have horror stories about women talking crap to them in their house, obviously they don't have enough game because you didn't vet that woman the right way. And now she completely out of pocket. But let me just say this too. When it comes to women in competition, all you need is one woman to show you attention out of a room full of like 10 women. Maybe 15, maybe 20, who knows. All you need is one. All you need is one. You make her attracted to you, the others will fall in line because they're like, okay, he was able to get her. I bet I can get him from her. That's what she will say. It's all a competition. It's a game. That's why you got women that be exposing these married athletes or these guys in relationships because it's a game to them. Your life is a game to them. You have something to lose.
Women low-key making social media a toxic place.
Thanks, Josh. I mean, if Twitter is the definition of toxic, a lot of toxic energy coming off Twitter, man. It's dripping off Twitter. Some on YouTube too, but you don't have to go and look up certain people. Even though y'all like to bring people up in my chat room. Let me tell you something, man. Y'all have all these different women on the side, man. They will ruin you. Not all of them, but there will be one that will ruin you. Because again, you have a lot to lose. This is why they're willing to be side chicks to you. Because they want to see your life crumble. They want to see a guy who's supposed to be faithful to his partner. He's supposed to be a good husband and father, family man, probably religious, and expose him as a fraud. There are women who get off on that. There are women that get off on tearing down men who live a very conservative life. That's why I tell you guys, man, if you have a lot to lose, you need to be very careful how you move. Because a lot of guys be sloppy out here, man. And they get themselves caught up. Get themselves caught up to the point to where they can't get out. These women are no longer staying in the shadows, man. They want to be heard. I put up a string clip the other day. I talked about that celebrity pastor and how he was dealing with a woman on the side. That woman knew he was married, knew who he, she claims she didn't know who he was at first, but I'm pretty sure after a while she did. And once, I guess his wife found out and he broke things off with her, she went public and did interviews. She didn't have to, but she did anyway. Because she wanted people to know who she is. she wanted to tell the whole world that she was dealing with a man she knew was married. How can you look good in that situation ever? You actually look worse because you're telling people that you knew he was married when you really didn't have to. But you want people to know you were with him because he was a celebrity pastor with a bunch of celebrity friends. This is the depths that these modern females are willing to go in order to be seen, in order to get attention. If you are a guy and you're not self-aware, if you're a guy that's weak, listen, if you get into a committed relationship with a woman and you've dealt with a whole bunch of women for a long time, you shouldn't be so quick to cheat on your girl with a chick who you know that you can't trust. You know why? Because you should have dealt with enough women to understand the type of women that you shouldn't be dealing with, especially while you're with somebody, because you know that person will try to destroy you. Shout out to B. Covington. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. I don't know if you want me to say the whole... Yeah, Dion. Shout out to Dion. Say, okay, I read this. This Dion continue changing lives. Thanks, Dion. You had another name up here, but shout out to you, man. I want to see a lot of you guys win, man. I do. But I will show examples of what not to do. This is why I don't get these Biden supporters. Yeah, I'm going to take it there. You male Biden supporters. I don't get y'all. Because you got women that have gained power through making up lies on men. By coming out and accusing men of doing things to them that they know may have been done consensually. And those are the type of people that support Joe Biden. They want to elevate the woman to a position of she can just do anything she wants without being checked. She can do whatever she wants without repercussions. That's the type of society that we are headed, if we not already there. We're heading into a bad place, man. We really are. And I just hope that people understand that before it's too late. Because there are going to be women who are going to be making all types of accusations and trying to seek power through lies and try to destroy men who rejected them years ago. That's what you're going to see a lot more of. If you don't understand that men have to stand strong. You got to stand strong, man. And understand that there are women who come into your life that may be a benefit to you, but then there are going to be women that come into your life that's a detriment, that wants to destroy you. They want to destroy you with a smile on their face. But we look at a woman's looks and we listen to her and we're like, oh, she would never do that. She's not capable of that. You never know what these women are capable of. That's why you have to be picky about the women you deal with. Because again, your life is a game to them. And when they're ready to, they will destroy you. If you don't understand that. If you don't understand your placement in society and how society views you as a man. They want us to be an underclass. They want us to be underneath our own women. They want us to be in a subservient position. They want us to hate masculinity. They want us to hate our own masculinity. This is why they attack men who've gone their own way. This is why they attack the red pill philosophy. This is why they attack men who choose to seek out their options, right? You got T.I. saying that, women like God with options, right? Do they? Because I see guys exercising their options as far as who they're dating. And there are women that don't like that. They demonize that. They demonize these guys being able to make choices that's going to benefit their life because they are unhappy. Unhappy people will try to make your home unhappy. And you cannot let that happen under any circumstances. You cannot allow demon energy to enter your home. And you cannot you cannot bring that mazy black spirit into your life, into your home, because it will destroy everything from within, starting with you. Starting with you. I hope you understand that. And that's why I tell women, I say, listen, they want to destroy you too. They want to destroy the feminine woman. They see the feminine woman who understands the red pill path that men are going on. They want to destroy that. They don't want to see you happy. They want to see you miserable just like they are. That's why you cannot fall for it.
The media is turning black men as ultra simps day by day. This the wrong wave.
Yeah, they are. They like seeing black men on TV crying. They like seeing black men on TV being effeminate, being, being what they perceive a black man should be. This is why they elevate these black men of the alphabet community. They elevate them because that's what they want the image of black men to be. That's why I tell y'all to stop watching lamestream news. When I hear a guy call my show or be in a chat talking about, well, I watch CNN and MSNBC, I can no longer respect anything that person is saying. You're watching networks that have no respect for you. They're elevating black women over you because they see her as more a part of them than you. They don't see you as part of the conversation. A lot of you black men are not, you're not a part of the conversation. You're not. This is why they would rather deal with the black woman than deal with you, black man. Those black women are willing to play ball. Those black women are not going to negotiate anything for anybody else but themselves. And they're not going to be able to protect their communities, which is why you have these same women talking about protection when they have helped destroy their own community by destroying the men first. Look at Stacey Abrams and Kamala Harris, right? People say, why didn't they choose? Well, you don't hear it now because you got all these fake colorism activists out here who are now supporting Kamala. Why didn't they choose Stacey Abrams as the running mate? You know what's funny? I believe Stacey Abrams is a better politician than Kamala. She has more passion, but Kamala passes the test of the liberal elite. One, she has no connection to black people whatsoever. And two, she's willing to sell out anybody and everybody to get what she wants. And she's not trying, she's not a part, like people, they can look at it, she'll come into a conversation and her first words ain't going to be what we going to do for black people or black women because she's not a black woman herself. So they see her as a better option to be controlled than a Stacey Abrams. I think Stacey Abrams will play ball, but Stacey Abrams will ask questions. Stacey Abrams will be about, BLM and black this and that, somewhat. And Kamala passes the eye test. She passes the eye test. She's older. She may not look the way she did 20 years ago, but they still see her as passing the eye test. And that does matter. she looks of Barack Obama. She has the same moral compass as Barack Obama. There's really none there. And they both view black men the same way. Have y'all noticed that? Barack Obama has nothing but, I'm going to say vitriol. He has nothing. Like, he's the type of guy, again, that has no connection to black people. And he will always deify the black woman, but he will also demonize the black men every chance he gets in subtle ways. Now, he has his black male celebrity groupies, but for the most part, your average everyday black guy, he doesn't have any connection to them whatsoever, and he doesn't like them. He doesn't like them. And I also want to say this too, to a lot of you independent women that don't need a man. Yes, you do. Especially around this time of the year because it's cuffing season. It's cuffing quarantine season. You know you need a man. Them pillows can't keep you comfortable every night. Okay? A lot of these chicks sitting up in their lofts, in their condominiums, in their houses alone with their dogs. And they've been doing that for years. You know why? Because they bought into this BS propaganda that has done nothing but destroy their personal life. Make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, man, these chicks sitting in their lofts or condos. Yeah, they got condoms, all right. But they sitting in their condos, in their homes that they bought by themselves with their dogs. And they're not really having a productive dating life. It's because they have a skewed image of men. They're competing with men at work. And they bring that mentality home. Which is why they continue to struggle in that department, especially when you got black women and black men, that dynamic, right? You got black women that just doesn't respect black men because they're in corporate America around white males. And they uplift and they worship those guys in corporate America, even though those guys really ain't checking for them like that in corporate America. And a lot of those guys in corporate America are white liberal beta males. Those are the type of guys who are married and they work to support their wife lifestyle. So they're going to toe the line. They're not going to show any type of masculine energy. So you got a corporate office full of feminine energy. You got guys there, but they have no masculine energy whatsoever. So that messes them up in the head because they're deifying men that literally have no masculine energy. And if y'all think I'm wrong, go ask people who worked in corporate America the type of energy that's in corporate America. Ask them about the energy that's there. He said, I haven't done my white voice in a while. Kamala Harris is a fake black woman, but we're still voting for her.
I love me some man, I love them and leave them. Just joking, open mouth smile.
Okay, Edniece. Appreciate it. Oh, man. I want y'all to understand, man, like, we are in the crossroads. Like, there's two paths we could take. We could take the path of righteousness or the path of darkness. Which one are you going to go? The spiritual warfare is ramping up. It really is. And a lot of you men need to wake up and be men. Everything ain't about women, but at the same time, you have to make it to where these women want to change, because women are going to be who they are, right? But if you are not elevating these extra average women to the point to where they can monetize themselves just based off of how thirsty a lot of you are, that says a lot. It says a lot. YouTube unsubscribing you. Listen, if YouTube is unsubscribing you, make sure that you check back to my channel. You can look me up on YouTube just to make sure. And click the notification bell too. You make sure y'all click the notification bell if YouTube is doing that. You know, when I start to have some issues. I started to have some issues after I did those live streams about Trump. I noticed that the numbers started to dip a little bit. I noticed that people weren't getting the notifications. That's just, I that's why I don't like to stick to certain topics, because I know what's going to happen. That's why I like to speak on different things and not just linger on one thing, because I already know what's going to happen. They switch the algorithm every month. I would just tell y'all to look me up. You know my name. It's Jay with the E, not Jay as in Jay-Z, but Jay with an E. You know? Some people they be spelling wrong for no reason. But it works in the algorithm, I guess. You know. And I've been waiting, I've been waiting.
Jay, I believe systemic racism for black men only exists in mid-level and high-level corporate America, not really anywhere else that matters.
Thanks, real night. I do think that there are non-blacks that really don't like black men. You know, I know I have been around people, and I could tell that they were intimidated by me, because I don't walk around like I'm scared, like I'm intimidated. And you can sense when people's guard is up. You can sense when they're a little bit intimidated by you, because when you walk around with the energy of somebody who's free, with somebody who is himself, there are those guys that are going to be intimidated by that. That's why they will hire a bunch of black women, but they won't hire black men. Because I have heard what these guys will say to these women and how they will treat these women. And these women will put up with it. But they can't try that shit with black men. But there are black women who will put up with certain things in these offices because they want those jobs. They need those jobs. But a black man might open hand smack one of these guys. They get out of pocket. And they don't want that around. You know? Let's see. Hold on. Hold up. Listen, we should be all about peace and love. I don't want to see anybody attacking anybody, because then I may have to say something and it might get somebody upset. I'm serious. Oh, okay. Listen, if people are not focusing on my topic, listen, I'm the center of attention here. Okay? If I can't be the center of attention, you don't need to be here. Okay? God damn it. Yeah, because listen, I'm telling you, I have heard things about these white dudes that run these businesses and how they would treat these black women, how they would talk to them. That would not fly with black men. It just wouldn't. It definitely wouldn't fly with me. You know? So yeah, you got black women that will get these opportunities because they will deal. They will deal. Let me talk about some other topics while I'm live. I came across some interesting, let's see, something that really bothered me today when I saw this. Hold up. Hold on. I saw this today and I sources says specialists in quarantine Vanderbilt's football team now has a female soccer player. Her name is Sarah, who they are now have practicing to kick field goals. I saw this today. I couldn't believe this. I'm like, are you what in the virtue signaling is this? What in the virtue signaling is this? Vanderbilt football is terrible. Derek Mason, who is the head coach, he's terrible. He needs to go. Okay. And once again, this just shows you why Derek Mason is one of the worst coaches in college football. Okay. He only got a job because he was a defensive coordinator at Stanford. And Vanderbilt again they've had okay coaching over the years. They've had some good head coaches. James Franklin came from them. They had a head coach there that was there for a while. But this is one of the reasons why Vanderbilt is terrible. Who's smashing this chick? I just want to know. I want to know which one of these coaches is smashing this chick. This is what I want to know. This is what I want to know. Derek Mason, is it one of the coordinators? Is it the special teams coach? Y'all couldn't go find a male kicker? You went straight to, because I think they have a good female soccer team. I think they won the championship. So you just say, F this, we about diversity. So what we gonna do is we gonna go get us a female soccer player. That's the first thing you thought of, Derek Mason? Derek Mason, is that the first thing you thought of? Vanderbilt's football team, awful ain't the word. I mean, when Derek Mason first got there, they were a little bit competitive. Okay? They were a little bit competitive at when he first got there, but then he ended up firing this coach, firing that coach, calling the plays on defense. He's been there almost 5 years. Derek Mason is terrible. He's the worst. This is easily the worst team in the SEC right now. Well, South Carolina's in the basement as well. I think other teams well, but this team has consistently been terrible for years. So with Derek, I want to know, Derek Mason, which one of you dudes is smashing this chick? This is what I want to know, or want to.
Jay, did you ever see a grown man wearing a Louis Vuitton COVID mask grin?
No, I ain't never seen. Well, I'll take that back. Well, you got some of these rappers that may have I don't know anybody personally that's worn a Gucci mask. No. I haven't seen personally. But let me get back to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is one of the worst programs because it's ran, again, by Derek Mason that doesn't know what he's doing. Now, they have had some players drafted over the years, so they have developed some players. But for you to go to the female soccer team to go get a kicker who practices with the team, bro, what's going on, man? What is going on with Vanderbilt? What's going on with Vanderbilt to the point to where you have to bring this young lady in? Okay? You got to bring this young lady in to kick field goals. Let's go into the article. Let's see. Sarah Fuller, Vanderbilt soccer starting goalkeeper, practiced with Vanderbilt's football team as a kicker this afternoon, multiple sources confirmed to The Hustler. A spokesperson for Vanderbilt Athletics did not immediately respond to The Hustler's request for comment. Fuller, a senior keeper from Wiley, Texas, made her first start for the soccer team against South Carolina October the 11th of 2020 and held the starting position through the Commodores SEC tournament, a title, on November 2nd. Multiple sources told The Hustler that Fuller was wearing full pads and uniform but did not take any kicks. So why was she there? Why was she even there, Derek Mason? Why would you go and put her in football pads? What in the woke is this? Derek Mason, oh my God. I told you, this is why Derek Mason is probably the worst coach in America. Or at least in the NCAA. You put her in full pads, but she didn't take any kicks. So why is she there? Are you dudes that thirsty? Instead, she went through walkthroughs with coaches, at least one specialist on the sidelines. Multiple sources say it remains unclear whether she will play in the Commodores' upcoming matchup at Missouri on November 28th or play at all this season. Well, they've been postponing and canceling games left and right in the SEC. We're working through it right now. Head coach Derek Mason said of the kicking situation in Tuesday's press conference. For us, every week is about getting to the practice field and about making sure that we put the best possible kicker out there. So we're competing right now. Like I said, I've got to go out to practice today and see what gets done. But hopefully I'll have an update for you on Thursday. On Wednesday, Mason confirmed that Fuller is an option at kicker. He did not provide further clarity on whether Fuller might see the field on Saturday. Right now, we're just looking at all options, Mason said on ESPN 102.5 The Game. For us, talking to Sarah, she's a champ. And no pun intended, just coming off an SEC championship in soccer, she's a complete competitor. She's an option for us. Right now, that's where we sit. While Vanderbilt is just 3-7 this season, on field goals, multiple sources told The Hustler that this was not a performance-based decision. Whether the team has many specialists in CV-related quarantine, sources confirmed. If Fuller plays Saturday, it is believed she would become the first woman to log a snap in a Power 5 game. And this is with Sarah Fuller. I just want to know who's trying to get with this girl, man. What's going on here? Derek Mason. Do we have comment from Derek Mason? Can Derek Mason enlighten us as to why this has to be done? Listen, I'm not against women who think they can play football. But come on, man. Let me see her be on the kickoff. You know how you kick off to the kick return. I want to see her on the kick return, what do you call it? Kick return team. I want to see her kicking the ball down the field and having to run down the field to try to block the returner. Even though I know she wouldn't do that. But why are you going to put pads on her? You might as well put her in a jersey. Oh, my God, man. You talk about virtue signaling. This is all about virtue signaling, man. This is all about virtue signaling, man. This is crazy. Listen, does she have a background in playing football? But it's all just a virtue signal, or one of these coaches is trying to get with this girl. Which could be the case. It could be the case, man. Y'all know how thirsty these guys get, man. She has that look. I think y'all know what I'm talking about when I say that look. They got that look. Especially that look that some of you. Oh man, I just want to see what happens. I'm on her Insta right now, man. Oh man, she got that look, man. I think y'all know what that look I'm talking about, and one of her friends too, man. But shout out to everybody that's here. But I mean, again, salute to her if she, ends up getting on the field. But it's like, I mean, I think it's just it's a virtue signal to the media. They say, hey, look at us. We're a terrible football team. We're terribly coached. We're never prepared. But look at who we have kicking for us. Y'all can ignore the fact that we're never prepared. We're never prepared. Our players are, we're losing games. We have a head coach that just ain't ready to be a head coach. We're a losing program. We don't have a winning record, even though we have at times competed. Oh, boy. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's here. There's another story I want to talk about, because we talk a lot. We hear a lot about Black Lives Mattering, right? This young lady, she's a virtue signaler as well with the BLM shirts. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's see if life is about, I guess, virtue signaling now. Everybody's a virtue signaler. And that's what I don't support. I don't like when people virtue signal and play games and try to pretend like they are for one group when you see that group destroying itself. We as black people are destroying each other, man. But we look to other people for respect, but we don't respect each other. And we seek every reason to destroy ourselves. And I think that's the problem with a lot of us, man. And I just want people to understand something. When I speak on these situations, man, I want y'all to understand. Tragic. I speak on it from somebody that gives a shit. Because I actually do give a shit. especially when it comes to black people, because I'm black myself, and I just want to see us win. I don't want to see us lose. There was a young guy, man. Let's see if I can get a picture up here. He's a college football player. Lost his life in a drug deal gone bad. Kimbrell Winters, college football player. 20 years old, life ahead of him, sophomore. Life was taken in a drug deal gone bad that was set up by a female. Life just taken. Shout out to Mr. Old School.
I smell AS3 sexual harassment suit coming in the near future
That's
for
why.
him.
That's why I tell y'all that virtue signaling may come back to bite you on the ass, man. Cause them players, man, you got a chick that that looks like her in that locker room with the high testosterone athletes. But yeah, man, shout out to you. Kimbrell Winters lost his life at 20 in a botched robbery drug deal in Texas. This happened in San Marcos. 20 years old. 20 years old, man. This bothered me too. Here you have a 20-year-old who's gone. Matter of fact, let me pull up the article. See if I can. I got two different ones. Man. You see that headline? Y'all see that?
News to bring you out of San Marcos tonight. A Texas State University football player was shot and killed last night. Joining us now live is Sports Director Jeff Jones with the very latest on this story. Jeff, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brian. Well, San Marcos police tell us that Texas State defensive back Kimbrell Winters was shot and killed last night. Detectives believe Winters and two others went to the Lodge Apartments to buy marijuana, and during that interaction, Winters was shot and killed. Police say the two people who planned to buy drugs with Winters, Enalisa Blackman and Michael Ifinacho, were arrested and charged with capital murder. Police also tell us they are searching for two others involved in the shooting. Now, investigators have not revealed who they think fired the shots or the circumstances leading up to that moment, but they did tell us surveillance cameras in that part of the apartment complex were not working last night. So police are asking for any video of the area around that shooting. Winters was a sophomore. He started 9 games last season as a true freshman and was trying to work his way back from a knee injury this season. Bobcats head football coach Jake Spavital offered his thoughts and condolences this morning and then said the team will work together to discuss the right way to proceed the rest of this week. As some of you know, the team is currently scheduled to host undefeated Coastal Carolina coming up this Saturday afternoon.
That might be a loss for Texas State. But, yeah, man, this guy was nursing a knee injury, which means he wasn't at the, I don't believe he was at the facilities. Probably was at home. Texas State football player Kimbrell Winters lost his life in a shooting in San Marcos. The city of San Marcos said that it happened on Tuesday, November 24th, around 9:13 p.m. at the Lodge Apartments. The complex is located on 1975 Aquanrina Springs Drive. Is that how you say that? Officers were called there after receiving reports that there were shots were heard and that people were seen running from the area. When they arrived, officers found Winters with a shot wound to his chest. During the interviews, it was discovered that Winters and two other individuals, Enalisa Blackman and Michael Infanacha, And that's how he said. I'm not the best with names. Planned to buy drugs. The city said the drug deal was set up at the apartment complex where Blackman met two individuals to purchase a couple of ounces of marijuana. Blackman and Michael, both 20-year-olds, so all of them the same age, were arrested and charged capital murder, and the city said they were both being held at Hayes County Jail. 20-year-olds. San Marcos Police Department is working to identify other people involved in the shooting and any other witnesses. Police are asking for any surveillance video of the area around the shooting or in the parking lot of Building 4. The city said, well, I don't know if he's going to be able to get that. You know, that would mean that there were people watching it and recording it. Winters did not play any of the 2020 season as he was recovering from a torn ACL he suffered in fall camp. So because of that knee injury, he wasn't around the team like that. He was trying to heal up, and he was getting involved in other activities. See, this is why these guys leave high school. They leave their city because they're trying to get away from that stuff. Because a lot of these guys probably ran the streets when they were in high school playing football, and they didn't want that life, right? So they end up, moving out of state. Like you see guys that they will leave the state of Florida and go to the state of California, or they will leave California and go to the state of Florida or Texas or Ohio just to get away from certain bad influences and, negative situations. Yeah, it is weird how the cameras weren't working. That is weird. According to the Texas State football website, Winters was named an honorable mention at the All Sun Belt Conference in 2019. He played 11 games and started 9 contests. He also recorded 52 tackles, 30 solo stops, broke up 4 passes, and opened his collegiate career with a career-high 8 tackles at Texas A&M. This guy could have been a star for Texas State. I mean, to do that in your freshman season, he was definitely going to be a star, not only in that for that school, but in that conference. But now he's not here, man. And this is from the Texas State Bobcats Twitter page. Today, we mourn the loss of one of our own. Our deepest sympathies at Texas State football and all who knew Cam Winters. To his family, we cannot possibly know what you're going through. You are in our You are in our thoughts as you go through this incredibly tough time. Remember to tell people you love them every day. Once a Bobcat, always a Bobcat. Hashtag eat 'em up forever. Hashtag long live one. Listen, when you got a lot to lose, this is his high school. I think it's Leaf Taylor High School in Texas. And this is just him in high school collage. Young guy. People speaking on it. Yeah, man, this guy could go very far in his career, in his life. And because of these two bozos, and there were more, because they're looking for 2 other people, so it was like 4 people, I guess, they were involved. When you commit crimes in Texas, man, they will punish you severely, especially for murder. But it was all senseless. These are young people. These are 20-year-olds. 20-year-olds. Now they'll never know what life is like. Look how many lives are ruined due to this. But we want to talk about Black Lives Matter. We want to talk about, we want respect from other races of people. But look at what we do to each other. Look how we destroy each other. And on this article, it tells you that the female is the one that called and set everything up. Let's get into it. 2 people have been arrested in the fatal shooting of a 20-year-old Texas State University football player during an apparent botched drug deal in San Marcos. Annalisa Brianna Blackman and Michael Tariq, both 20, have been charged with capital murder in the death of Cam Winters on Tuesday night at the Lodge Apartments located in the 1900 block of Ocarina Springs Drive, according to the city of San Marcos. City officials said that officers arrived at the scene to find Winters with a shot wound to his chest. He was later pronounced deceased at the scene. Detectives interviewed witnesses and discovered that the 3 had planned to buy drugs, officials said. Blackman set up the drug deal at the apartment complex to meet 2 people to purchase a couple of ounces of marijuana, investigators say. She set up the deal. Why is it always a woman interwoven in these situations, man? Let's see. Details surrounding the shooting are unclear, but officials said at one point Winters was shot. According to the Texas State Athletic Department's website, Winters was a sophomore defensive back on the team. Be careful of the people that you deal with, man. You don't know what people's mindset is. You have a lot more to lose than they do. They have nothing going on. And you got to understand that you have a lot going on in your life. And you have to be very careful of the moves you make and the people that you interact with. Because they may see you as the person that got out. They may see you as the person that has things going for yourself. And that envy and jealousy may boil over. Now, more details are probably going to come out. But this is another story that really, for some reason, just bothered me. But, I wanted to speak on it because, again, a young man is no longer here due to certain circumstances, man. And that's why, again, it's important for people to understand that you got to be careful of your surroundings. If you have a life and you have things going on, be careful of the people that you deal with. Because if they ain't got nothing to lose, man, they have no problem tearing you down. Absolutely no problem tearing you down. Trying to destroy what you have. I don't care if it's male or female. You can't trust nobody just because they female. You can't trust nobody because you think because a woman is in a situation, nothing's going. That lets you know that the situation may pop off worse. Situation may pop off worse with a female, man. Don't let your guard down ever in these situations, man. Don't let your guard down. But shout out to everybody that's here. Yeah, man, how long have I been live? I want to see how long I've been live. I think I've been live for a good while. Okay. Yeah, like the stream. People like the stream. Definitely like the stream. Shout out to everybody that's here with me live on the stream. Listen, I went and looked at my analytics. There were a bunch of people that became members. And for some reason, I haven't seen it. Because a lot of times you can become a member when, I'm not live or anything. But if you're watching and you're a member of the channel, just let me know in the chat right now. I'll give you a shout out. I don't want you to be left behind. But yeah, people, I definitely want you to take care of yourselves, man. Be careful out here, man. This is a jungle out here, man. It's savage out here, man. You got people who are mentally screwed up. You got people who have nothing going on. They're broke. They're looking for the next time they can go and loot and riot and destroy. Or they can try to mess up somebody's life. All right. I'm not gonna stay live too long because it is a little late, and I still got some other stuff I need to take care of. There was another thing I want to speak on. Did y'all? Did y'all see Michael B. Jordan? Let me go to my Twitter real quick. Did y'all see that Michael B. Jordan got off the plane with Lori Harvey? I retweeted it. Like, Lori Harvey is trending. And he's trending. I said, I thought he only liked white girls. Oh man, I thought he only liked them white girls, man. I thought people said he only liked the white girls, man. Hold on, because all you hear is about Michael B. Jordan he don't even like black girls. What do you mean, Jay? He dating Lori Harvey. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's here. Hopefully you are enjoying your holiday week. So this TMZ article, I saw that Michael B. Jordan was trending. I'm like, oh no. What's going on with Michael B. Jordan, right? This is what's going on. Apparently, they were in Atlanta together. They were in Atlanta together. I guess this because Future's he's got a new girlfriend, so she's like, whatever, get with Michael B. Jordan. Now I've had to hear for the last 2 years how much Michael B. Jordan doesn't like black women. He don't like black women. He like non-black women. Ain't that what you heard? Now, the possibility that, he's out here with Lori, you got all these women trying to cheerlead Lori as if she won something. Like she hit the lottery. That's what I'm seeing a lot of on Twitter. They're acting like, she leveled up. Why is it every time a female breaks up with Future and get with somebody who's the opposite of Future, they'll say, well, she's leveled up. That's what I've been seeing a lot of. They're saying that she basically leveled up and got with Michael B. Jordan. Now, this could be a friendly get-together. They could be, friendly towards each other in the sense of they just, decided to hop on a plane and go to Atlanta together. Looks like Michael B. Jordan and his new sexiest man alive crown will be breaking bread with Lori Harvey because they arrived together in her hometown just in the time Just in time for Turkey. Lori and the Black Panther star touched down in Atlanta Wednesday on board a Delta flight from LA, but it looks like they got the celeb treatment as they exited down a staircase to the tarmac. No crowded jetways for the duo. They both had on their face masks on and hoodies, but photogs saw enough of their face to know it's them. Lori does live in ATL, so it makes sense they headed there for Thanksgiving. Shout out to Ed Neese. Jay, you kill
Jay,
me.
you kill me doing that white guy voice.
Oh, you like I'm doing this voice here? When I'm calling out these suckers and these lames and these heifers. Appreciate it. Oh, man. And she's getting props. Like, she's getting all these props from these women. Because they're like, she's dating all these different guys. She got, like, they're, it's almost like, you know how guys, right? You know how guys will date a bunch of women and they'll talk about, look at his catalog, so to speak. Look at the type of women he's dealt with. Now they're doing that with Lori, because Lori is the definition of your typical modern day female, right? She's the antithesis of it. She don't stay in one relationship. She's in this relationship. She's out this relationship. She's in this relationship. And there are women that like that about her. But let me tell you something. But you know that you're just putting mileage on yourself. You're devaluing yourself, because men are not quick to marry a woman who's quick to be with everybody. Those are just facts. Now, maybe she'll find herself a Steve Harvey that will take her in once she done had her fun and did whatever she wants to do. But it's just amazing what is being uplifted these days. They threw their luggage in their waiting car and rolled away together, leaving us all to wonder if Michael and Lori are a hot new couple. This is the first time celebs have been linked together one-on-one like this. There were reports they crossed paths at Noble earlier this year while in a large group of friends. Lori was still with Future back then, but he's been out of the picture since August. Well, of course, she had her plan, everything planned out, you know. See, you know, you got women. They take applications. They take applications. Somebody's applications is gonna be more visible than the other ones. So, you know, her and Future have a very weird relationship. It really wasn't even a relationship. It was almost like they were kicking it publicly. They were publicly kicking it, which is what it looks like. Looks like they were just publicly, you know, kicking it, so to speak, you know. And people are talking about all these famous men she's been with. But once again, she's putting mileage on herself. And I don't see a situation where guys are really going to take her seriously when it comes to being long-term married or being long-term in a relationship. But I mean, if she doing what she want to do, it is what it is. I give Michael B. Jordan more props than anything, because, you know, she goes from dealing with Future, dealing with him, and he was able to secretly snag her. He could have took her from Future. Who knows? Oh, man. That's it for me, man. That's it for me. I appreciate y'all tuning in, all right? Make sure you like the stream. All right, shout out to everybody that's here. Hopefully I have a very good Thanksgiving tomorrow. I may go live tomorrow. You know, y'all know I'm always working. May make time for y'all because y'all are the fam. All right. And make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get notified whenever I post videos or go live. Because if you're getting unsubscribed, if you don't know when I post videos or when I go live, you got to keep up if you have social media. I know a lot of y'all say you don't. But, I mean, hey, it's up to you. Do what you want to do to keep up the content, you know. Also, go check out the other videos and live streams and subscribe to all the channels, all right? I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of your night. And I'll see y'all on the next live stream, right?